Hello everyone, I'm going to be going over what you would actually need to be able to create a piñata cake for as a surprise for someone. Most of these ingredients on here are mainly just as a suggestion, especially when it comes to what you're going to put inside. It could be candy, it could be anything you want. It'd be nice to just surprise someone with it. The dimensions I'm showing here are also just a suggestion. It's actually the sizes or the dimensions that I ended up using for the school bus cake that I made. But feel free to practice with different sizes. It's really up to you. I ended up using kind of like cardstock or poster paper to first create kind of templates that I was going to end up using overall because I didn't want to have to measure or do any kind of special or have any errors when I was cutting into the actual candy melt. Week. You don't really have to do this, but it's a step that I wanted to do just to kind of understand where the weaknesses would be in the bus overall as far as structure goes. When laying out the candy melt, I did find it was easy to use basically a thickness of the spatula, which is I believe was around 2 millimeters or so, a little bit thicker than a quarter, I would say, and it was just basically what I ended up choosing to go with based on having my kids hit this. I didn't want it to be too thick, too hard to hit. When laying out the templates, it's always great to just use whatever really fits in a particular size that you have to work with. I wouldn't say overly push it. If you find that you laid out the candy melt a little too small, then use it for other smaller templates. Once you have your shapes cut out and you're actually going to go ahead and paint, the smooth side is what you end up using. You will see in this video that I actually made a mistake. I technically painted two left side. I would highly suggest you mirror this, and you will see that in the template that I included earlier in the video. When it comes to gluing it per se with the actual candy melt itself, you do find out that the candy melt does dry pretty quick. So in areas that would make you a little bit nervous, thinking you need a lot of support, it ends up holding really well, and it helps you be able to put the rest of the pieces on the bus itself. In some areas, you can actually go back and fill it in as you go. Once I had the bus kind of fully put together, I did go back inside to apply some gaps that I could see throughout. And it's actually helpful because it helps it make it a little bit stronger. One of the key items that I did have on here, as you can see here, is where you would actually hook or place a hook to it. That feature itself, I ended up using some scraps. It's really going to be up to your liking as far as what size you need to make it. In my case, I just kind of went with something that just proved to be a good ratio for the actual bus size itself. I didn't include dimensions to this because it could basically be any size, or it's just really optional if you want the bus to kind of hang off of a rope to make it a true piñata. This feature does have a base because I wanted to basically increase the surface area through the roof of the bus so that it would not fail quickly. for this time around, I decided to just be very simple with it. It was my first time ever creating something like this, so I thought, let's just take it easy, use my son's favorite cake, and that'll be all. For the tires themselves, they were around 2 inches. They could be any size you want. I just went with whatever general size I had here, and then I used the black icing to paint them with. And that should pretty much take you to the end of creating a school bus piñata slash smash cake. I will have others on my channel. I started to get pretty creative with a lot of other designs. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you guys do create something fun, please leave it in the comments. Or if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Thank you.